Hello, this is Srinivas G. Naik, lecturer of Electronics and Communication from Jain Polytechnic, Belagavi. In our last class, we have discussed some basic topics of networking. Today, we'll discuss chapter 2 networking protocols and OSI model. These are the some contents today we'll discuss. One is a connection oriented, connectionless services, OSI, reference model, encapsulation and decapsulation. There are two services in a networking. One is called as a connection oriented and another one is called as a connectionless service. What is the meaning of a connection oriented service or how it will be established? There is some sequences of operation to be followed by the user of a connection oriented service. First one is a connection is established, then second one information is sent, third one is connection is released. In a current connection oriented service, we have to establish a connection before starting the communication. When communication is established, we send the message or the information and then we release the connection. Connection oriented service is more reliable than connectionless service. We can send the message in connection oriented service if there is an error at the receiver's end. Example of connection oriented is transmission control protocol. Next one is a connectionless service. It is similar to the postal services as it carries the full address where the message or a letter is to be carried. Each message is routed independently from source to destination. The order of message sent can be different from the order received. In connectionless, the data is transferred in one direction from source to destination without checking that destination is still there or not, or if it prepared to accept the message, and authentication is not needed in this. Example of connectionless service is user datagram protocol. Next one is called as a OSI reference model. OSI means open systems interconnection. In this, there are two hosts will be present called host A and host B. Sometimes host A will be a sender and host B will be a receiver, or host B is a sender and host A will be a receiver. In this, there are 7 layers will be there. One is a application layer, it is a topmost layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer and a physical layer. And the each layers having a protocols like application protocol, presentation protocol, session protocol and transport protocol. But in this, a network layer, data link layer and a physical layer are connected with a routers in between a host A and host B as shown in this figure. I want to show some pictures. Okay, first one is, this is the layer of OSI model. There is a 7 layers will be present: application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link and a physical. In this next, there is a physical layer. In a physical layer, it will be a token ring network will be present, and the Ethernet cable, there is a physical connection will be used in this layer, and the Ethernet hubs and repeaters will be used. In a data link layer, there are 2 controls will be present. One is a logical link control and another one is called as a media access control. And in a data link layer, the destination address will be present, source address will be present, other header like a data link layer header will be present, the data will be present, and another one is a frame footer will be present. In a network layer, the format the data into packets to be delivered up to the transport layer, or updates the destination address and pushes the frame back down to the lower layer, and IP address will be assigned. In a session layer, the build to support multiple types of connections will be there and manage the sequence and the flow of events. And in a presentation layer, the processing of message data such as format conversions and encryption and decryption will be done in a presentation layer. Okay, then now we'll discuss the OSI reference model in a layer wise. The first one layer is called as a physical layer. The lowest layer of the OSI reference model is the physical layer. It is responsible for the actual physical connection between the devices. The physical layer contains information in the form of bits. It is responsible for transmitting individual bits from one node to the next. When receiving data, this layer will get the signal received and convert it into zeros and ones. And there is some functions of physical layers as follows. The first one is a bit synchronization. The physical layer provides the synchronization of the bits by providing a clock. Bit rate control. The physical layer also defines the transmission rate, that is the number of bits sent per second. In a physical topology, physical layer specifies the way in which the different devices or nodes are arranged in a network, that is a bus, star or mesh topology. Transmission mode. The physical layer also defines the way in which the data flows between the two connected devices. The various transmission modes possible are simplex, half duplex and full duplex. Second one is a layer called as a data link layer. The data link layer is responsible for the node to node delivery of the message. The main function of this layer is to make sure data transfer is error free from one node to another over the physical layer. There are some functions of a data link layers are the framing. Framing is a function of the data link layer. It provides a way for a sender to transmit a set of bits that are meaningful to the receiver. This can be accomplished by attaching special bit pattern to the beginning and end of the frame. Physical addressing. After creating frames, data link layer adds physical address, that is MAC address of sender and receiver in the header of each frame. Error control. The data link layer provides the mechanism of error control in which it detects and retransmits damaged or lost frames. Flow control. The data rate must be constant on both sides, else the data may get corrupted. The flow control coordinates that amount of data that can be sent before receiving acknowledgement. Access control. When a single communication channel is shared by multiple devices, MAC sub-layer of data link layer helps to determine which device has control over the channel at a given time. Network layer. It is a third layer of a network. Network layer works for the transmission of data from one host to the other located in a different networks. It also takes care of packet routing, that is selection of the shortest path to transmit the packet from the number of routes available. The sender and receiver's IP address are placed in the header by the network layer. In this, the routing and logical addresses are the main functions of network layer. Layer 4, transport layer. Transport layer provides services to application layer and takes service from network layer. The data in the transport layer is referred to as segments. It is responsible for the end-to-end delivery of the complete message. The transport layer also provides the acknowledgement of the successful data transmission and retransmits the data if an error is found. The functions of transport layers are segmentation and reassembly, and another one is a service point addressing. Now, fifth layer called session layer. This layer is responsible for establishment of connection, maintenance of sessions, and authentication of, and also ensure security. The functions of a session layers are session establishment, maintenance and termination, and second one is a synchronization, and the third one is a dialog control. The layer 6 will be a presentation layer. Presentation layer is also called the translation layer. The data from the application layer is extracted here and manipulated as per the requirement format to transmit over the network. The functions of the presentation layers are translation, encryption or decryption, and compression. In a translation, for example, ASCII or EBCDIC formats will be translated, and encryption and decryption, data encryption translates the data into another form or code. The encrypted data is known as a cipher text, and decrypted data is known as a plain text. A key value is used for encrypting as well as decrypting data. Compression reduces the number of bits that need to be transmitted on the network. The last layer of a OSI model, or at the top of the OSI reference model stack of layer, we find application layer, which is implemented by the network applications. These applications produce the data which has to be transferred over the network. This layer also serves as a window for the application services to access the network and for displaying the received information to the user. For example, some applications like a browsers, Skype Messenger, or a mailing services. Now we'll go for the last point or a topic, which is called as a encapsulation and a decapsulation. In a OSI model, there are 7 layers we have studied now. In that, every layer will gives the header to the data. Data and encapsulation in the OSI model, in the learn that the term encapsulation describes the process of putting headers and sometimes trailers around some data. The lower layer encapsulates the higher layers data between header. Data link protocol also add a trailer. There is a decapsulation is the process of opening up encapsulated data that are usually sent in the form of packets over a communication network. It can be literally defined as the process of opening a capsule, which in this case refer to capsulated or wrapped up data. Thank you.